I just bought the most detailed Star Wars minifigure LEGO has made so far. This title goes to C-3PO, released in the UCS Landspeeder set 75341. So what makes this the most detailed minifigure? Well, let's take a closer look. Now when it comes to minifigures, detail is everything. The more the better. Luckily for us, LEGO seems to consistently give us highly detailed Star Wars minifigs. The unofficial standard that we see across the Star Wars line of minifigs is front and back torso printing and leg printing. These alone make a minifigure look amazing in my opinion, but there's a few more areas that can really take these minifigures up a notch. I'll start with the most common extra detail, and that is the toe printing. Toe printing is relatively newer, and a good comparison is this Clone Commander Gree with leg printing, and the new 332nd Trooper with leg and toe printing. It's just a prime example of how this little extra detail makes these minifigures look even more amazing. However, both these figs are still missing the neck detail, which also revolves around the legs. The next important detail is hip printing. Now this is often an overlooked area. I could not find which minifigure was the first ever to have hip printing, so if you know, please let me know in the comments below. While most Star Wars minifigures get leg printing, many don't get the added detail of hip printing. Still looking at this 332nd clone, he has leg and toe printing, but just a white hip. I suppose not every figure needs hip printing, but when you're looking at this Mandalorian loyalist, you can see that his waist pouches continue that detail from the torso onto the hips. Prime example of how hip printing can really make a minifigure stand out above the rest. Now for our last detail that's less commonly seen, but not rare by any means, is arm printing. Arm printing's not seen in every minifigure. Looking at all the new clones, they all come with blank white arms. So whenever you see a Star Wars fig with arm printing, it earns some extra love. Looking closer at the C-3PO, you can see that it has everything we've mentioned so far. Front and back torso printing, leg printing, toe printing, and arm printing. But so does this UCS Mando. Well, excluding the toe printing. So we still can't give the C-3PO the title of most detailed just yet. So we need to take a look at what makes this figure stand out even more. This is one of my personal favorite details in LEGO minifigures, and that's dual molded legs. Now we are first blessed with dual molded legs in the 2018 UCS Cloud City Han Solo, but we've only seen dual molded legs like 5 times since then, so it's pretty rare. But once again, this still doesn't make this C-3PO the most detailed. For comparison, here's the UCS Luke Skywalker from the new X-Wing set. He comes with all the above, arm printing, leg printing, hip printing, and 2 dual molded legs. So now we have to move to the last thing that makes this C-3PO the most detailed. Enter side leg printing. Now side leg printing is ultra rare in Star Wars LEGO. I only know 3 figs that include the side leg printing. That's this C-3PO, the red arm polybag C-3PO, and that same UCS Cloud City Han Solo. When comparing this C-3PO with the UCS Han Solo, there's only one detail that keeps this fig above his competitor, and that's the inclusion of arm printing. So thanks to leg printing, hip printing, arm printing, dual molded legs, and side leg printing, this earns the C-3PO the #1 spot for most detailed Star Wars minifig. But before this video ends, there's one more way that a minifigure can take this title away from this fig, and that's the inclusion of dual molded arms. We haven't seen dual molded arms in Star Wars LEGO yet, so when that day comes, hopefully it's the full enchilada and we get a new top detailed minifig. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe.